as we go to our third very flavorful cheddars, this is one of the struggles we have. So typically we'll set up a tasting or a cheese board where we'll start with our least intense flavors and we'll build from there, right? Because otherwise, if you start super intense, maybe you lose some of the subtleties of some of the other cheeses. Well, here's our challenge. We have 3 cheeses that all have a fair amount of flavor intensity. How do we go through that and end up so that we can really appreciate the subtleties of each one? So we're going to finish with our Old World cheddar. To me, Old World cheddar is your classic warm apple pie cheddar. Every slice of apple pie deserves to be served warm with a slice of good cheddar on top of it. Here in the Old World, we get a lot of buttery notes. We get a lot of that umami, that savoriness. It pairs very well with apples, whether it's in a pie or if it's Fuji apples on the side. It'll pair well with almonds, and even like a baguette with cherry preserves. And I think it does well as far as beverages. It'll do well with the stout, as will MontAmoré.
TW.
Yeah, this one for me, all 3 of these are wonderful cheddars. Old World, I really enjoy with an apple. I mean, I would eat it in apple pie, no doubt about it. But this one is just such a simple snack to cut up an apple in the fall and eat it with Old World and a handful of almonds. I mean, it's a very easy. Our cheeses are, we're a premium artisan cheese company, but all of these cheeses are they don't have to be brought out just during special occasions during the holiday. These can be eaten on a Tuesday night as a snack as well. And so this one for me is a go-to in my cheese drawer in the refrigerator when I'm looking for a quick snack with apples, almonds, etc. This one definitely is also. I think this one's going to end up being another fan favorite in our portfolio because it is a fantastic cheddar. And the blue is just such an amazing design. Like that design just always pops whenever I see it, not only in the picture but on the shelf. Like that just really pops, and the design I think is really sharp and arresting on shelf when all 3 of them are together.
Originally, when I did the tasting, I wanted to pair it up with some charcuterie, and so I thought it'd be clever because Volpi does an heritage prosciutto that's slow aged for 18 months. And I thought, I'll do that with the heritage cheddar. It didn't work, I mean, sometimes, it's okay, but I really lost the subtleties of the prosciutto. And so I tried it with the Old World, and like you said, it's got such softness to it that with the sweet, buttery flavor of the prosciutto and the richness and buttery flavor of the cheese, it's an amazing pairing, match together. And you don't need a cracker with this. However, I found that they really just kind of settle in really easy together, and there wasn't a lot of it was nice, and you could eat the whole thing. You could eat all 7 ounces and eat all the prosciutto, and it was like, yeah. So I thought, okay, I need to kick this up a little bit. So I picked up the Taste Elevated, and this is sweet and tangy mustard seeds. And so these are, soaked mustard seeds that are really soft. So you got a little sweet, little tangy, prosciutto, and the cheese.
Nice pairing.
With all that flavor, as much as the apples and the cider would probably work really well, I wanted something that would enhance all of it, but it would stand up. And so I went with the Sierra Nevada, this hop bullet. And alone with the cheese, it's a little over, just a little. You know, you got to be a big hop fan to like the hop bullet in the first place. So the cheddar actually brings the hops down a little bit, and the beer brings the butter up a little bit, so you get a nice balance. But when you put all these together, the mustard seed, the prosciutto, the cheese, and then the beer, it's a pretty big thing together.
Nice, nice.